Welcome back to the Titanium Hanger. This is Mike. Today I want to talk to you about stuff selling out at Bbts, and I've looked around for some of these items at other places, but not all of these items at all other places. So that's what the comments section is down there for, but some stuff's oddly still in stock. Some stuff is sold out with a caveat, which I will explain and get into. And some stuff is just gone even though maybe it showed up at Ross. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it did. Maybe it didn't. Today I want to talk to you about G.I. Joe, Thundercats, Silverhawks, and a couple of other things in the middle on what's sold out of BBTS. And the reason for this is so you can feel the FOMO flow through you. Well, not really. We're actually in a point in time in collecting where companies have pulled back production so much that these things are going to start selling out more and more and faster, and some of the stuff's going to be harder to get. But at the same time, they want to make money, so reissues are possible down the road. We're going to get into talking about this. Some of the stuff makes sense, and some of the stuff is just like surprising and shocking. So I'll try to make sense of it. Coming up. Okay, so I guess I'm going to start with Super 7 and this Silverhawk. Now, I'm going to be all over the place with this a little bit, but we've got the Vac Metal, Quicksilver, and this is what got me looking around to all these other toy lines, and all the other stuff on BBTS is sold out. If BBTS sells out, there's a very high probability other places are sold out. Now, check Amazon, Entertainment Earth. They've been the fastest to sell out of everything, so probably gone on Entertainment Earth, but you can still check there. I don't even know where to go after those three places are exhausted. I don't even know what's left for like Silverhawks or Thundercats or all that, but he's sold out, and you know it's going to be harder to get. I don't know if they're going to do another run of them down the road, but if they do, this is what sucks about being a shill like myself, that I will buy a lighter one if it's lighter. You just don't know. And I would sit back and wait for someone else to review it, show it. And if it's like, oh, it's not lighter, okay, then I have no need for it. But I don't know if they'll ever do a reissue. And I know that the Vac Metal was a big problem. And here's what I do not believe they did 2 runs. Because it came out, it sold out, and then we were, like 2 months later, we got more in. That's not fast enough to produce it and ship it. So it was just like, let's just let it cool off in the warehouse, and then put some more out, and let the FOMO, feel the FOMO. That's why I made that whole FOMO thing. Here is Buzzsaw, still in stock. So I want to point this out. So I think this is in the same wave, and it is not sold out because I personally prefer the green one because the toy itself I think I had more time with than the show. But yeah, and I think it looks cooler than the yellow one. All right, we've got more sold out Silverhawks here, and I want to point a few things out. First off, Hot Wing and let's see, Stargazer. Now those can be found in the wave, so you can get the whole wave of those. But as for what we're seeing with Quicksilver and Steelheart, to get what we call Primer Hawks, they're not shiny. To get those, I guess you're out now. I guess there's no way to get them other than, I guess, eBay. Someone's and here's the cool part: some people be selling off their old to have the Vac Metal or to put the Vac Metals out. So that's cool stuff. I saw that a couple times this past weekend, just looking for fun. And then Wave 2 sold out. So some of this stuff is starting to sell out. It's not impenetrable. This one's still in stock, and it's on sale. So it's like all over the place. Whether you're just gonna buy this stuff that's some stuff's selling out and some stuff's cheaper. So like this wave, I did buy one wave full price, and then that was when this came out, I was like, I'm not doing 2 at full price anymore. And then I got the second wave, even like 130 is what I think I paid for mine. But we're talking March, and there's no sales, no Black Friday sales or anything like that. And it's still on sale. Let's get into Thundercats. I am going to be bouncing around all over the place here, trying to keep it as grouped as possible. But Rotaro, that's definitely a figure that I wanted a second one of, and I only ordered one of each. And then this is the era I was ordered one of each. Thought I would catch them on sale, and I think I'll show you more of this coming up. I was looking at, but I ended up getting some stuff like Snarf from Entertainment Earth for real cheap. Like they have 10%, well, 10% off. And then here's Hachiman. So another one that's hard to get. Sold out, so it'll be hard to get. I would like to get another one to open eventually. But it's not a big deal at the end of the world. It's not the end of the world for me. At the end of the day, it still would be nice. I know what I'm thinking with Rotaro and Hachiman, wouldn't those be great ones they could put out as deluxe figures for the 35 price point? But yes, Hachiman. Rotaro's probably a little too big, but I would love to see him do it. I'd love to see him try. Aluro's another one this one is part of the Lunatics. I'm not surprised. Like, not shocked. He's a good figure. He's in demand. People want to complete teams. We're going to see that with G.I. Joe too. So G.I. Joe and the Dreadnoks. People want to complete the Dreadnok teams. People want to complete the Lunatics. Especially vintage collectors never got Lunatics. So no one got Lunatics. So that's pretty cool they're doing it. These are still in stock though. So I think what they did, I think they had them grouped as you had to buy all three, and then they ungrouped them and then put them all separate. And that people like that. I think people like that a lot more. This is part of the problem now. And I didn't look up Mongor. I think Mongor sold out too. I gotta look Mongor up. But Willa's still in stock. Of course, Snarf sold out real early, like in a week or something. And then everybody was all upset about Snarf being sold out. Now Snarf's getting reissued. The rest of these are left in the dust. Rotaro and all this. So problem is if you didn't get one, or in my case, get a spare to open. And I've looked back through histories. I've seen some people that have sold some off for a pretty good price. I just didn't jump on them. I guess I should have. But the thing is that I just assumed we'd see bigger, steeper sales. These went on sale for like $200. And I thought, oh, it'd get cheaper than that. But no, it didn't. One of the things that doesn't really surprise me is the clear Tigra. These clear figures, they're pretty cool. They're fun. But Tigra specifically, it's like there's no other option for Tigra. The Wave 2-1, so many were quote unquote destroyed because of the problem with the paint and the no elbow pad and all that. And at the end of the day, like, mine really wasn't that bad. I'm still pretty happy with it. But people were just losing their mind over the paint apps and the issues with Tigra. I don't think any of it was really physical issues. It was just the paint app issues. So there was a point where this is the only one you could buy. So people bought it as their stand-in until they got the deluxe, and then now we're getting that reissued. The standard one's getting reissued, but not the clear one. Glow in the dark one here from Umra. Now we'll probably never see this made again because they're going to a new mold. So we wouldn't get the old mold, but would we get the new mold in the glow in the dark? I don't know. Would it be a BBTS exclusive again? I don't know. Would I get it? Yes, I would. I'd get the new mold in glow in the dark. Chilla's sold out. We'll call her Frosta. Chilla. So another Lunatic, another cool one, another fun figure, another one I'm not shocked. All right, I almost jumped into G.I. Joe there. I'm trying to stay with Thundercats. I'm trying to stay on course. So $55, Toy Jaga sold out. This is a fun Jaga. I actually like this one more, and I only got the one still in the box. But I like it more than the standard Jaga because I'm used to looking at the Toy Jaga more than the show. So I guess it is what it is. Another one, Groon. Great looking figure. Toy version. But he's actually still in stock. So go figure. Oh, here's a Transformer I guess somehow got in the mix. Dramatic Capture series. That thing is sold out. Most of these dramatic captures sell really well. This isn't about Transformers though. GoBots. I got the Machine Robo Revenge of Kronos. I guess this whole line's done and it's all sold out. Star Wars Phantom Menace. $35. It's back in stock. the Droideka, Destroyer Droid. I like it. It's one of the cooler things they've made. And I mean, if you like Star Wars and Transformers, but it's still, it's a really, they did a good job with it. I mean, it doesn't turn into a perfect circle. It's almost impossible to make one that does. Oh, here's I knew I had more Thundercats. Snarfer. Now, this one surprises me. Now, I want to show you the pre-order sold out. So, that tells me there's more coming. It's supposed to arrive this month. But pre-order sold out. Makes no sense. They already had this in stock. Like, I got mine from them already. So, did they get another run? Did they just place another order with Super 7 and Super 7 just pulls them out of the warehouse? I don't know how it works. Why are people up into a Snarfer when there's a Snarf on the way? I mean, I thought people were just using this as a replacement Snarf. So I want to point out a couple of the Super 7 G.I. Joes before we go into G.I. Joe Classified and Zartan sold out. These are selling out because they're getting marked down. And really, for $32, like, in my opinion, this Zartan's better than what Hasbro's made. So, although I do like the SDCC one, I mean, that's pretty hard to beat, the Classified SDCC one. The Classified Retro Collection one is very similar to this, by the way. And then Baroness, obviously Baroness, great looking figure, a good value. I still kind of think the Classified Baroness wins because of the shiny outfit. This isn't shiny enough. I don't know why Super 7 couldn't make it shiny, and Super 7 struggles with female proportions. Just is what it is. That's coming from a shill. Alright, so I guess I'm going to start here. Is this where I start? G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Modular Fortification figure set sold out. I didn't care about that, so I mean, is that people worried about it? The AWE Striker, I actually canceled mine. Said, nah, I'm not worried about it. I've got the Fans Hobby one, which I do like. All right, so let's get into some figures here. I missed out on the Royal Guard. I think I saw it for 42, and I was just thinking I'll probably see it. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll probably see it at a Target, and then Target does sales and stuff. But if not, it's not the end of the world to me. I'm not gonna cry about it or anything. The Diver team was at Target. They're plaguing Target right now anyway. And then I can't remember, where was the Breaker? Was that GameStop or something? It was an exclusive somewhere. Now then they got it. They charged $40 and they're sold out at BBTS. Crazy Legs. I did not get one of these, pre-order it, so I guess I missed the boat. It's not the end of the world. I'm not a huge Crazy Legs fan, but I'm not a completist with this line, so missing anything's not really gonna make me cry. I'm not gonna lose any sleep. I do want to show both these say pre-order sold out, meaning that more might come in stock. I mean, shady games they play. I don't even want to go into that, but I want to show here sold out Dreadnought Torch. I'm not surprised at all, not at all, because here's the deal: Torch is a cool figure, so I'm not shocked. And then Leatherneck, he's all right. He's a good figure. One of the things you're going to notice is most of the Joes themselves don't sell out very fast because most people just want the one. But, you know, you got people that don't care about rest of G.I. Joe and are just collecting Dreadnoughts. That's a big difference, though. You're going to see that a lot. This was like a special 2-pack. And Steel Corps Commander versus Twilight Guard 55. I don't really know what the significance was. I wasn't interested in this at all. I mean, now that I look at it, I'm like, okay, you got it's the version 2 Steel Brigade Goldface. And most people in the modern don't care about what was rare as a vintage figure, like Starduster. I don't think people care to have a classified Starduster as much. Grunt, I don't understand why it was 65. Did I miss something? I mean, even if he was a deluxe figure, he should have been 35. So I don't know why 65, but maybe there's some shady stuff, shady business there. There's another picture of Grunt trying to figure out why he was 65. I could not, for the life of me, understand that, but he sold out. Then we've got the Mad Marauders Lowlight Spirit Iron Knife 3-pack. Nightall. And then I guess they got the exclusive Pulse, Televiper, and Cobra Fly Pod in, and then they sold out of that. Then his Techno Viper HMS sold out of that. And then Rakondo, Tiger Force Rakondo. So this is one I thought, for some reason I got this weird feeling it was a Target exclusive, but I might be wrong. I feel like I got mine at Target, but I don't remember. Then we got another Dreadnought here. Naga Hide is sold out. Pork Belly and Yobo 3-pack. So it's going to be harder and harder and harder to complete your Dreadnoughts team. I mean, it might even be easier just for you to go get the what's on Pulse there, the Cold Slither set, so that you could at least fill out your figures with one of them if you're missing one of them. And then Retro Baroness, which was on clearance at Walmart for a while, but she sold out here. And then Retro Duke, which I think was a RossCon special deal, which it was one of those things where you never saw a bunch of them at Ross. Like you'd see maybe one of each figure show up or two of each figure show up. I never saw any pictures of somebody with like 7 Dukes on a shelf. So, I mean, maybe that my experience is different than other people's experiences, but I don't think that this was, even though it was RossCon, there weren't a lot of them available. Now, I think this was either at Ross or Ollie's, but I might be wrong. But this sold out. And it's funny to see stuff like this when it sells out and then to go to Ross and Ollie's. If I'm right, I don't really keep up these 60th anniversary figures that much. Again, another Dreadnought. And I kind of showed everything else around it here. You could see that there's the Ripper, for whatever reason, is not sold out. I think Buzzer has to do with his glasses. Like, people like, oh, crap, I lost my glasses. Got to buy another Buzzer. I feel like that's what's going on there. But at the same time, they're both good figures. So I did a video opening all of the classifieds Dreadnoughts up to that point, and it's a fun team. I still need to add the most recent one I picked up, which is Monkey Wrench. Okay, so now we've got into Duke and the Ram. So I guess somehow they got the Duke Ram cycle. Oh yeah, there's a Still Core figures 2-pack up there. And then Kamakura, which I didn't think I'd ever see that sell up. But then again, how did BBTS get it? I thought that was a Amazon exclusive. But then Desert Commando Snake Eyes, which I talked a lot of trash about, but I bought one anyway. And Arctic Bat, which I think mine is still on pre-order. I don't even know. 2.5 years of pre-order. I didn't have to put anything down on it though. Okay, Rock and Roll sold out, which it was an amazing figure. It's one of those that I like the upgrade from the lame tin version, but I think we still got the lame tin version, so you can do either one. Then G.I. Joe Classified Series Sergeant Slaughter, and this one showed up in droves at Ollie's too. And then Wayne Beachhead Sneed, so somehow they got the Target exclusive one. I think we're going a little bit too far back here, so I guess that's a wrap. Let me know what you guys think about this. Did I help? Was this helpful to you? And are you giving in to the FOMO? Are you strategizing your collecting going forward? Let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe. Teddy Hanger out.